So we're expanding relatively quickly now. We haven't really come across a lot of other cultures yet, so let's pause for a second here. I just want to make sure we get all of this stuff done. So let's have you, construction ship. Oh, that wasn't you. That was on the planet. Okay, you're just about done though. So once you are done, let's have you do all this stuff here, and then set you up to go expand everyone else there. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking there. Hopefully it'll be quiet in just a second. But I think that'll put us in pretty good shape for resources. Okay, 15%. Go ahead. You can research it. We're already generating that? Why are we already getting that? I don't know. I'm fine with that, though. So let's build a mining station. Then queue you up to build an observation post where we can do scientific research. Then have you go here. The wrong thing. Have you go here and just build mining stations like crazy. So our constructor ship is going to be busy for a while. We're definitely going to be expanding our mineral income, and now the mineral income's doing well, and it's our money that we're a little bit more worried about. But after you've gone and done all of that, we will send you over here, and actually I'm going to prioritize the science. Build a research station. Okay, and we need some more minerals. So once we collect, so we've actually queued up a bunch of stuff there. So there we go. We're at 60. No. Why did I do that? I forgot to hit shift, so we lost all of that order that we were doing. Okay. Oh, why? Why did we do that? Why? Okay, so are you finishing that first? Okay, so you are finishing that first. So now let's go ahead and remember to shift click all the stuff that we wanted to do. Okay, so real quick. Small satellite in orbit, continually read messages. Let's see here. We salvaged its transformer array, but could not recover a small portion of the transmission. Main purpose of satellite apparently to preach the dominant something philosophy whose neighboring citizen. His messages speak of the need to disconnect and embrace true existence, whatever that means. Exactly. So we'll check our situation log here in a second. So we're already doing that. Okay, so now we'll zoom out and then redo all that stuff because I forgot to shift click on that last command. Okay, so build mining station. But I was wondering why our minerals went up so quickly there. So we'll go back up here and we will do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, and then so let's see, our colony is established though, so that I want to check out. So you're obviously there, you're going to work there, which is fine. We are going to want food. So, but again, yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit in order to get some minerals in. So we're going to hold off. We've queued up all of those things for our construction ship to do. We'll go and get these other areas in a little bit after we've gotten some minerals. And we still need to grab that area as well. Now, I could build another construction ship, but I don't really want to right now. I think maybe another science ship eventually. But eventually, we're going to run out of things, and you don't want a ship sitting around and doing nothing. So I'm not really going to bother with it right now. And besides, we don't have the mineral income in order to... Okay, go ahead and research that. We don't have the mineral income in order to really keep up with all that stuff. Now I'm going to pause for a second here. So we need a level 5 scientist in order to research this. So we're not too worried about that yet. We have researched 4 habitable worlds. That's nice. So let's see here. So we can track these things about the penitent ones. So those are going to be tracked on the map, so there's going to be little explanation points in orange for those. Now this one, let's see here. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and research this special project. So we'll put one of our sciences on hold, the social science, society research, and that's all fine. So at this point, we've got our construction ship doing lots of things. Our science ship is surveying all the areas and doing all the things. Okay, so we've encountered some alien vessels, been flagged as Epsilon aliens, so we learned about them. We should proceed with caution. So let's go back to our situation log. So did we lose? Let's see here. I wonder if we lost the ability to... Not quite sure how that works. So let's pause, because we did get a research complete. We got 2 researches complete. Okay, army damage and minerals. Great. So our mineral income is going up. So let's do this one first. Solar panel network is good for bringing down our costs, because we can put them onto starports, and we do want to build at least a second starport here pretty soon. Let's see here. Colony boost. So this is when we're actually building the colony. So I'm not too worried about that. Red laser is not too great. Okay, there we go. So we definitely want fusion power. So yeah, so we're going to research that, because we want to be able to upgrade our ships with better power resources. Okay. Yes. Okay, we want bigger ships. So this allows us to upgrade to a level 3 starport and build destroyers, which is our next level of ships. So there's going to have to be something really awesome in this row apart from this in order for me to do that. Nuclear missiles, not interested. Strategic resources, interested, but not enough. Space torpedoes, nano composite armor, afterburners. Nope. We want to be able to build the next level ship. So now we're going to be able to have a better power source and build the next level ship eventually. So I am all right with all of that. So where is our science ship? So this is one of the places. Yeah, so let's... No? Huh. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on with that. So if I shift click... Are you already researching that? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this. Why are we not looking into... Is there something that I have to do in the situation log about the satellites? Oh, we're already... Okay, that's... Duh. We don't use a science ship to research that. We're researching it ourselves. Okay, so let's back out of here. And let's go back to our first expansion. And with you guys, I definitely want to get a spaceport up and running. And what we can do... Oh, but we don't have... We can't build you yet because we don't have the module, because we need a defensive module. So we want to be on the lookout for that. Oh, there we go. Just came up. Projectile defensive module. I don't know why that wasn't there before. Okay, so we're going to click on you. Build spaceport, and then we can build you up to level 3, and so we found Zeta aliens also. So again, stuff we might want to research. So we can have like, okay, so let's pause. Let's see here. Vessels have come across, and certain systems are definitely capable of receiving and transmitting standard communication protocols. Visual indicators point to their culture being largely spaceborne, and some phenotypes observed among them match no known planet-dwelling civilizations. Unfortunately, their crews are completely uninterested in civil discourse. What little we have been able to glean from intercepting interfleet communications indicates that they primarily subsist on piracy, occasionally recruiting fringe elements of spacecrafting civilizations to their cause. Deplorable indeed. So we finished that, and I think we actually want to hop on and investigate some aliens. So we're going to work on that project. How is everything else doing? We're doing all right. Our construction ship is still busy. Our science ship is busy. We're building a spaceport, and then so we may build this one up to focus on building the second level of ship, so that we have some specializations going on. So I am pretty happy with that. Our fleet's looking pretty good, and we'll be able to upgrade them even more after we get, more power and things like that. And that's a process we'll be continually doing. And once you get into the biggest ships, and you've got like fighter arrays and bomber arrays that they send out, and all different kinds of places. Leaders are gaining levels. That's nice. System surveys complete. There we go. So I feel like we're doing all right. We haven't come across real contact with alien races yet. So do we want to go check that out? Leader leveling up. I'm thinking about... let's go see. So what's the worst that can happen is we get destroyed before we can jump out. But I'm thinking about just checking out what's going on. Right now, I'm not really building anything. I want the minerals to accumulate back up a little bit so that, again, we can focus on building more stations in order to get more minerals and, more of these things out on these planets and build more places up on our planets. Because we are expanding pretty quickly to have 3 different systems that we have. So I am going to chill a little bit on the building, not really, and let this accumulate a little bit more, and then focus on building up our infrastructure so that we can continue to get more and more. So we're doing all right. We don't have the excess income we had before, and you definitely have to pay attention to these things because they can definitely jump around. Okay, so these guys, the Tyunki or whatever. So spaceborne life forms, docile creatures capable of some lower dimensional subspace. They roam the system with remarkable ease. So let's see here. Around gas giants, that's their only food source. They rarely attack unless provoked, and they can be safely ignored. So sometimes you have different choices depending on what your culture is. And because we have the materialist ethic, so again, these things, and this is one really interesting thing about the game, is these things will pop up, they'll be worded differently based on how your culture is, and you also have different choices. So because we're materialists, we can say, hunting them would be a net loss anyways, and we can get some bonuses for that. Sometimes there are more than one choice depending on what your culture has and what the event is. Okay, so we came across yet another fleet. So let's go to battle stations. How powerful is that fleet? Okay, that fleet is more powerful than us. So we want to send you, I think back home. So hopefully you'll be able to get out of there. So you'll see here that if we get engaged in combat, which hopefully won't happen, so we're receiving a transmission from the Democratic Equinian Confederation. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities between us have ceased for the moment.
Have made first contact with an alien empire. They appear to have mastered spaceflight just as we have. I recommend a healthy degree of caution until we learn their intentions.
Okay, so I believe this is because we researched one of the alien races that we came across. So at this point, let's see here, we have, based on what we have, we will not be held back. We have much to gain from this encounter. Respect our authority or else. So I really don't know how I want to react to these guys. I don't necessarily want to make them angry right off the bat, although we probably will take them over by force eventually. But I want to say we have much to gain from this encounter initially. So the news that there is intelligent life has reached us. Everybody's excited about it. They have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. So basically, after you research a civilization, you are then able to... Okay, we did jump out of there, so that's all fine and dandy. So that makes me happy. However, I'm thinking... now that we can build corvettes more cheaply and whatever, so I was just saying that I wanted to... not spend a bunch of resources, but we're going to spend some resources just in case these guys come and decide to attack us. And actually, you know what? We're gonna spend a lot of resources, make this fleet a little bit better, just in case they come for us. If they fly in here, we can go and try to take them out. Because I don't want to be, lagging too far behind. Because it looks like, again, I don't know if this is because we're a militaristic culture that this is the sort of thing it's chosen for us, because this is very different. Some of the encounters are very similar to my first playthrough, and some of them are very different. So all these interactions with the pirates is definitely something relatively new. So we're going to build a fleet here. We're eventually going to combine these fleets up. So we're building them pretty quickly. I am on fast speed, but that is kind of nice. Oh, and they're automatically combining up, which is nice. So, but you can do that as a command as well. You can shift click and then say merge. So there we go. So that's pretty cool. So what just completed? So that was just so how are we doing on power anyways? Okay, so let's research that. So we're definitely coming up in power here. So after you guys merge up, we'll send you closer to base. And maybe we'll build 1 or 2 more just so that, you know what, because if we do that, I feel like, so 355, I kind of want to be dominating. So how are we doing on research? Tile blocker, energy still a little ways away. I'm thinking I'm going to build maybe 2 more corvettes. So now we know we have a fleet that'll be able to contend with them. So that's kind of nice. The pithy, so here we go, a glancing hit. Received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver runs. These projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appear to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continue on their journey for untold millennia until today. The rounds we've recovered are of an advanced design, despite their incredible age. Incredible! So we gained some engineering research because of that. And we didn't fail a science thing. Excellent. So I think I'm actually going to pause right here. What we're going to do, we're going to continue to build up our fleet, maybe go after those pirates out there, recover that stuff, and focus on building up and making sure. So what is our construction ship doing? So he just got done over there. Now he's going to fly up here and build these things for us. So we're going to gather all the resources we can from these areas that we have not gathered from yet, and hopefully, you know, get to the point where, again, we're way ahead on everything we need for our empire from edicts. And oh yeah, because we did build that frontier outpost. That is why, yeah, down here, that's why we're losing some. So eventually, one thing you want to bear in mind, and it looks like, okay, so yeah, so here we are butting up against another civilization. So real quick, before we break, let's go to the contact screen. So, well, that makes me unhappy. Their fleet power is equivalent, naval power is equivalent, technology is equivalent. So why are they stronger than us if everything's equivalent? Anyways, so we can actually, because this is the one race, so this is the race right here that we're kind of researching. This is us, the kind of primitive race, that we have the research station around. So now we can look at these guys and communicate with them. So there's all different things we can do, trade deals, whatever. We can look at their opinion of us. So the new contact negative will go down over time. There's some border friction because their borders are touching. They don't like our bombardment policy because we will just bombard the heck out of planets. There's lighter bombardments and things like that you can do, but we're not worried about that because, well, we're a military civilization, but they are a civilization that likes other races, so we get a bonus of that, and they also like that we are materialists, so we can check out that they are xenophile, pacifist, materialist. So because I like other races and have this in common, we're getting some bonuses. So those negatives will go down over time, and we can try to get positives by trying to do certain things, offering trade deals. We can do a non-aggression pact and things like that, which will build up their trust in us, which will also build up the score. So there's a lot of things to the diplomacy screen. Thought we'd check that out real quick, but we may do that. We may make some deals with them. So this is their empire as we know of it right now, which is kind of cool. So we've come across another civilization. We're researching old one. We're building up our fleet, but probably what we're going to do is take out these pirates and then maybe try to take these guys over. We'll see in a little bit. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.